Well, my name is Dray. I go by that alone. Grew up in a cool neighborhood, played in the streets and did all that kind of fun kid stuff. 2 months, I'm gonna be 60. Big 6-0. Always thinking about art. I'm always thinking creatively. I mean, I can't help that. That's my being. The people ask me that often, what's your favorite piece right now? I usually say it's the piece I haven't created yet. I'm really excited about creating right now. Well, my name is Dray, and that's what I go by. That's my artist name. I go by that alone. Sometimes I have to tell journalists to just put Dray because they want to put your whole name. So I give them an example. Like when you think of Sting, you just think of Sting. You think of Prince, you just think of Prince. So my name is Dray. We're in my garage right now, and this is where I've been working at while it's been cool. And why we're here is because for you to see all the art that's in here. Well, I have 4 sisters and 1 brother, so it was a lot of us. Grew up in a cool neighborhood, where we all played in the streets and did all that kind of fun kid stuff. So grew up in that type of environment. I would say my drafting teacher in high school, Mr. Pfeiffer. It's funny, I was just talking about him maybe about a month ago because right now I'm going back to, I wanted to be an architect at one point. So I studied drafting. So the artwork that I'm doing right now, I'm using a lot of those drafting skills and techniques to work out my new ideas right now. So that was in high school. Yeah, that was a big influence on me. From all this time of painting, I never stayed with one particular style of painting. I would get bored basically. I'm a creator, so I was like, I like to create in this style, I like to create in that style. And I remember in the beginning of my career, people liked what I did, but they couldn't place me because they said because I'm all over the place. But what happened was I'm all over the place, but I'm prolific. So I would make this kind of circle, and I would do a little bit in this style, and then do a little bit in that style, but I would come back around, and next thing you know, I have a body of work in this style, and then that style, and then the next. From doing that, you end up combining a little bit of this element and that element. Whatever your next piece is, and it starts forming into something unique, something you can really call your own. Even if some of your prior stuff was influenced by another artist, you kind of make it your own. It's almost like with music, when you're listening to a song you like, and it doesn't sound like an artist you like, but you can tell they were influenced by them. So yeah, so right now I'm at a point where I think I can really call some stuff my own. Yeah, always thinking about art. I'm always thinking creatively. I mean, I can't help that. That's my being. So, or I'm thinking about some deep psychological stuff. But all that's part of art also. I mean, I creatively think. So I like learning. That's what I like doing a lot. Learning stuff I haven't, and especially if it's related to, it doesn't have to, be related to art, but if it's related to art, then I'm really into it. So I don't know if I realized that I had something I needed to express. I just always didn't hinder myself from expressing. I always I always had an outlet. I think that was the thing. If it was music or art, I always had an outlet. And I didn't realize until I got older that it's therapeutic. It's a way that I feel fortunate actually, because a lot of people don't have a way to express themselves, and A lot of people want to, but sometimes you get caught up with your 9 to 5 and that type of thing. So early in life, I decided I knew what I wanted to do basically, and so I just stayed on that path. Yeah. As far as the art scene here in Vegas, um, well, how do I say it? I was definitely a part of helping the art scene develop because when I moved here, there was like an art scene going on, but it was nowhere where what it is right now. And downtown, the arts district, I moved here before it was officially like an arts district and all that. So with being one of the many artists that were down there, and just from just doing what I love to do and us all doing what we love to do, we helped form an arts district. So yeah, I was part of the development of it. And this was like the early 2000s. I'm really excited about creating right now because I have all these a new series I'm working on called Chess Not Checkers. And if I'm doing a series thing, I can talk about it. But a lot of times I just express, and people will ask me, "What does this painting mean?" And I don't know. I was just channeling. Yeah. So, but right now, every piece is specific and it is telling a story, and it's a parallel with life and how kind of it's an analogy with life and chess, basically. Yeah, it's a cool story. The pieces are almost like a storyboard. The concept is for the pieces to be like a storyboard. Each piece, and you'll just go through it, and you'll see like it'll actually make you think. That's one of the recent pieces, the most recent one. Actually, the one I'm most proud of right now. And I never have a piece where I'm like, it's my favorite piece. That people ask me that often. What's your favorite piece right now? I'm like, I usually say it's the piece I haven't created yet. But right now, this one is really resonated with me. Maybe because I just finished it out. Now, because I don't have a studio downtown in the arts district, um, that's where I would always be in the arts district normally. And I used to live in the arts district. So now I'm a little further from the arts district, and it's either at home painting or it's some type of art related kind of event thingy, or yeah, hanging out in the arts district. I used to think in the future when I was a lot younger. By the way, in 2 months I'm going to be 60, big 60. I used to think about the future, but more now. I think about the now because I try to live more in the now and live more in the present. So um, uh, in the future, hopefully, I'm gonna still be doing what I love to do. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be in going more places, opening more doors open and that kind of stuff. I don't. When you say see it, it's like I'm just feeling it more so. Yeah. What I can say it all pinpoints to is making sure I maintain a legacy. That's my main focus right now with everything with the art and all that. That's to make sure everybody wants to know that I think you want to feel like you left your mark on the world, so that's what I want to do right now. I want to just make sure I leave a mark, and continue to make people happy with what I do. I would want to ask, does the artist see any future collaborations with other artists? And the answer to that would be yes. There's a few I want to collaborate with. I can already picture how the art would be. It would be pretty amazing because they're amazing artists. Um, Juan Muniz is one of them. Um, LaRon MC is one. Clarice Terra. Um, yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. I think I compare it with music, do analogies with music a lot because I'm a musician also. So I look at it like you can take your two favorite artists and just think about, wow, think if those two did a song together, you know. So that's what I think about with visually with art. Yeah. The more I do more, the more I do both, continue to do both. And I noticed this a long time ago that for me, they feel the same. So a lot of times I can hear a painting, if that makes any sense. It's like I can hear the colors, how it's supposed to, and vice versa. So it's all been an entanglement of the two. Just one is just a different instrument or a different paintbrush. Yeah.